Hello snowboarders of the internet, I'm your host Avran LeFeber, and in this video we're going to be reviewing the new Salomon Jetstream. That's right, new board for this year. And if you're shopping online, you need some links so that it's easier for you to find. We've got all of those from our affiliate partners down in the description below. We got it for this board and everything else that I mentioned in this review. This board features Salomon's Rock Out Camber, so it's a flattened out camber that comes down to rocker in the tips. Basically a camber 2.0 with rocker. So you're gonna get that load, pop, snap, and drive of traditional camber through the middle, but you get that rocker in the tips that's gonna give you ease of entry in and out of turns, better powder float, and just a nice area to press and play on. This board's available in 146, 149, 153, 157, 160, 163, and 166. I rode this board at Copper Mountain on a day that was overcast. You had pockets of blue. Basically, I was storm boarding. You had a couple inches of fresh snow on top of a crust layer or just heavy wind-loaded snow. You had fast groomers, choppy groomers, a little bit of ice, high winds at times, just kind of a mix of everything. And I used my Rome Black Label bindings in my K2 Thraxis boots. This board isn't stiff by any stretch of the imagination. It's actually fairly playful. What you get is a softer nose that's accentuated by that rocker, and then right in front of the insert pack, there's a flex point there, and it starts to stiffen up till right in front of the rear insert pack. Then you get another flex point, and then the tail kind of matches the center of the board. The torsional flex is highly abundant. Now this is a very lively board, so if you're cruising a groomer, you're probably gonna be just fine with it. But if you're in anything that's like really choppy or crusty underneath, you're gonna feel it. That nose flaps abruptly at speeds and that resonates back underfoot. And now going back to that nose with its flex and that rocker in there, if you're cruising pow, you're leaning back and that board's flexed, if you hit anything that is about where it says Salomon back to the insert pack, you're gonna abruptly feel it and it's gonna buck you around. This is a board that, while you can cruise and you got that width of stability in there, it's kind of playful to the point where you're like, if I get a little too gnarly for my own good, I'm gonna get bucked around. It's not the snappiest board out there, but it'll get the job done. The big thing is you have like a shorter tail that's softer. And so when you go to roll back into it, it starts to flex too much. So what you put in is what you're gonna get out. And if you want more, you're gonna end up having to suck your knees up. Speed and power are really, really your friend here. You're just gonna put so much effort into that back foot to get it up. Now, the nice thing is, if you land deep in pow, this thing will wheelie out of the landing just fine and get the board back down so you're not going ass over tea kettle, which is kind of nice. No one wants to go ass over tea kettle. But by and large, like hitting side hits, popping pow pillows and shit like that, you need something with like a little more snap. Like the tail could be just a hair stiffer, or it could have like a different carbon layup, and I think it would make it better. Hey, we're like halfway through this review. Why haven't you given it a thumbs up? While you're down there, remember to subscribe, click the bell, get those notifications, that way you're not missing any of the programming we've got coming out for you. This is where this board actually shines. That rocker in the tips coupled with the flex points and everything, and just the overall flex of this board really make it playful. So if you like pop a 180 and land in this nose, it really locks in and it holds. And then as you go to disengage it, you get a little bit of snap back out. It'll pop you back around, you can go on your way. With the tail, we've already mentioned pow wheelies when you're landing, right? Well, you can lean back, sit, basically with your knee kicked in, flexing from right inside that rear insert. The whole nose will pick up, and then you roll back even further on the tail. So the board is just really bent up. You're gonna be able to swizzle and sizzle on this thing. Like, this thing is actually really good at buttering, plus that added width really does help. The edge-to-edge power transmission on this is mellow but fluid, so it's consistent, but if you really try to hammer it, you're gonna realize where the limitations are on it. Short, tight, quick carves and even medium mellow carves, it locks in, it feels good, you're swooping in and out of turns, you don't have any problem with it. Now, when you go to just be super aggressive and try to lay it over and really drive off the tail, kind of folds out on you and you don't get that slingshot effect back through the turn. It doesn't give you what you need. And I feel like this is more like that mellow carver that you're using to get around the resort as you're chasing POW or you're riding like spring slush with the boys. It's kind of like part party board, part free ride board. It's somewhere in that realm. Rider in mind. This board is definitely for that POW chasing free ride guy that wants something that's a little softer and a little bit more playful. Like what we're doing over here? Want to support us further? Swing on over to Angry Snowboarder VIP and become a member. Sure, I could tell you more here, but I got a video over there that explains it so much better. It's a snowboard. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, and I think that they were trying to go for a dancehall pro-esque board with some shape and flex tweaks, but to me this just feels like something that's not quite finished. I'm not even sure if I had upsized to the 160 if I really would have liked it. Like maybe the biggest size would have really rocked my world, but the thing is, at the end of the day, it floats well in tight trees, and that was like the most memorable thing about it. And that flex point right here in front of the rear foot really lets you get the nose up and makes it easy. But it's not a memorable board to me. Like I rode it, I know I rode it, I know how it rode. It's a snowboard, it's okay, it's not great, it's not mind-blowing, and I'm like, huh. I think Generation 2, if they stiffen it up just a hair, this thing will be primo. But for right now, I'm like, if you're a lighter rider, you're probably absolutely gonna love it. But for someone like me that's riding tight trees, kind of medium to lower angle, it just didn't stick out as being a board that I'm gonna remember. I'll be honest, like out of everything that we ride, I'll probably forget that this exists. Unfortunately, like I said, it's a snowboard. I do like the resi tip in it though. That's kind of cool. Like when you get in POW, it funnels out, but it's just like in a sea of great products, this is just middle of the pack. Comparable boards, the Ride Psychocandy, the Roam Service Dog, the Telos Backslash. Recommended bindings, the Salomon District Pro, the Bataleon FASE, the Ride Drone. All right, so this has been my review of the Salomon Jetstream. Some of you are probably scratching your head going, what the hell was this review about? I don't even know anymore. But hey, if you're not feeling this board, go watch one of our other videos.